Ladies and gentlemen, December 8th, 2011, and we're going to talk about three different subjects today. The first of them being that I believe that Alex Jones has turned the corner to the New World Order. And I believe this is so because I have noticed in his most recent videos, he is starting to give the hand signs that I have noticed other Illuminati type figures have given. Something similar to this, the hands clasped, the diamond shape, and the sign of Satan. Now I've put two links in the description box, but I have noticed this occurring for the last month or so, as if he has changed the methodology in which he discusses topics and terms. You can see for yourself that at key times in the videos he does this, but he does it kind of clandestine. He'll hold his fingers together like this, or he'll do it sideways so that you could see what it is while he is discussing a specific topic that is a key part of the conversation. He'll either do this, but quickly at 11 seconds, or 33 seconds, or sometimes he doesn't do it in the beginning. He does something like this in the beginning, but he holds it down low so it's shallow. But you can, if you know what you're looking at, you can see that it is, in fact, some sort of a hand signal that he is giving to whomever he is giving it to. Now, you could think that maybe I'm a little bit paranoid, but I could tell you I'm not paranoid at all, because I have spoken with his brother on 2 occasions about my book that you see on the screen behind you, which in fact, ladies and gentlemen, does expose the Catholic Church and most of the larger theologies and philosophies that have to do with religion in this world, for the criminal activities that which they have participated in over the last 2,000 years in order to subjugate mankind to their false doctrines. And that includes the fact that my book proves beyond doubt that either God wrote the Bible, or something that we perceive to be God-like wrote the Bible and is not God at all, but has been, in fact, controlling this world for the last, well, at least since Atlantis. So let's go back 10,000 years. However, that same entity or remnant society or alien race of beings has controlled this world in totality for the last 10,000 years, certainly since the fact that the pyramid, or the Great Pyramid, appears on the $1 bill, along with a dozen or so other godlike entities from the Mayan, the Incan, and the Aztec cultures, the Indian cultures of the ancient past societies, and at least several different forms of Christian icons, including the Ark of the Covenant and King Solomon's Temple. They all exist on the back of the $1 bill, and you can see that in my videos. Now, moving back to Alex Jones, I put the links in the box below, and you can put the link into the search box and see for yourself where he does the sign of Satan at key times in his video. Sometimes he does it so you can't see it, which we discussed already. The second thing I was going to discuss with you, I know this is true because when I had written my book and published it, I asked his brother if I could advertise my book on his channel, which exposes, once again, the Zionists and the Catholic Church for the criminals that they are. And what his brother told me after he read part of the book is that because I put the F word in the book, written as in what the F, my book didn't qualify to be on his channel, because 3 times in 1,990 pages, 3 times in 602,000 words, I said what the F with the initials. And that book, that disqualified my book from being on his channel. And yet this man portends to expose the New World Order that is creating wars and famines and murdering millions of people all over the world. He exposes these people supposedly for the criminals that they are. And yet my book, because it says what the F in the book, what the F in the book, what the F. What is the big deal? See, I said that at a key time. What the F? But I said it because I did this at a key time. What the F? Because that was a key part of my conversation. Because my book exposes them. Will Jones told me even if I gave him $30,000 for 3 months, I couldn't advertise on his channel in a rotating ad. That'll prove to you beyond any doubt that these people are in fact moved over to the other side, and now he just gets paid money to accumulate information. Now I'm going to move on to the next topic. This is the book Angels on the Ark, and you know that I am the person that actually wrote the book, and I edited the book, and it's in the link of my description box, Angels on the Ark by Michael Fazio, and you can review approximately 100 free pages and purchase the book through PayPal and GoDaddy, 2 secure sites, no problems, money back guarantee. Now going back to the third topic, I'm going to discuss, these are the things that I have built since I was a child, and what you're going to see in here are pictures of the work that not only did I design, but I hired the men and did the building of every structure and everything that you see in the videos themselves, to let you know that in fact, not only do I say that I was a contractor and owned a crane and barge service, a 30 by 50 self-propelled barge with a 35-ton crane on it, which originally had a 6-ton crane on it, and I changed that crane to a 35-ton crane. I designed everything that you see in every picture and built everything that you see in every picture that has to do with construction. So for those of you clowns on YouTube that think that there is some possibility that you might be smarter than me when it comes to construction, you're going to have to go that extra mile and show me what you do. Because not only was I 27 years old when a man didn't show up with a crane to put in pilings, but I was 27 years old, and that afternoon I went out and bought a crane, never having sat in a crane, never having run a crane, never having been inside a crane. As an adult, I went out and bought a crane and learned how to utilize that crane, built the equipment to put pilings in the ground, and then went into the pile driving business at the age of 27 years old. Now, if any of you have a story that complements that story, then you can put a video next to my video and I'll put it up on my page. But in the meantime, all of you clowns that think that you are something special, and when you tell me to go out and get a job, you can kiss my royal butt, because none of you have the common sense I had when I was 10 years old. All of you people, this is the crane on the barge in Bargaintown, Long Island. Right next to Bargaintown. This is a pile driving unit that I built. The day after I bought the crane, I went and built this at a welding shop in Long Island. This was what I used to do. This was the type of equipment that we worked with. This is a job for men. This is not a job for you sissies on YouTube. That's the newer crane, the 35-ton crane. There used to be a 6-ton Bantam, and that was a 35-ton Lorraine. That's the piling. This house I raised 6 feet up, along with the entire row of houses on a street called Boardwalk, because there was only a boardwalk in front of the houses. I raised 11 houses on Boardwalk, in the 1980s. And when I say I raised them, I cut the bottom of the house out from underneath them, raised them up 6 feet, restructured and buttoned them back up. And not one of those houses ever tilted so much as an inch in the last 20 years. This is the original crane on the barge when I was bringing the barge from Michigan, Traverse City, Michigan. This is a job I did salvaging a boat, and that boat was behind the original house that you saw in the first picture with the jacuzzi and the deck work. I designed that's the house. I designed every single thing. I used to salvage boats. I had a barge and crane service. That's me on the crane. So you sissies on YouTube that think that you're all tough guys and that you're push buttons on a computer, you can kiss my royal butt, because I laugh at you. I get sick sometimes thinking that you guys are sitting there playing games at the age of 25 or 30 or 35, making fun of my videos, and you, in the meantime, I was out when I was 27 years old running cranes and barges. And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, I need to get a bigger camera.